Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, y'all? What it do? Sunday fun day. Been barbecuing all day. I smell like spare ribs. Quinn Nordine, knuckleball Nordine. I mean, you can always expect Nordine to be playing good, bad, like nothing. Nothing surprises me with Nordine. What are we just taking Alabama's kickers? Thoughts on Cade and Milton as of right now? I mean, Cade's the starter. I mean, how can you play Joe when Cade's playing like that? Cade has a great feel for the game. Like, dude looks like he's a baller. Like, he looks like he has an understanding and great feel for how to play the position of quarterback. Whether that's commanding the huddle, just being a leader of men, like the way he was, just his mannerisms and the way he was going about things, uh, his touch on the ball, his touch on the football, his wherewithal when the blitz is coming. He knows his checkdowns. He knows who he should go to first. So he looks like like we have a real quarterback. Like he looks like he knows what he's doing, and it's refreshing to see. What up, Lulu? The question I got is what is up? Like, why do they refuse to stop running that shotgun QB draw or QB power? Give it up. It don't work for us. It's such a obvious play call since you've done it like every game since Minnesota, and it hasn't worked since Minnesota. Well, it worked a little against Michigan State, but I'm not sure why they keep doing that on fourth. When you do it on fourth down, it's obvious because they're not even faking. They're not even faking the running back for real. Like you're doing this fake to the running back, and the running back is just standing still. That's not a fake. So I can look at both of y'all and tell who's got the ball. You should be bringing the running back on. You should be running like a real read if that's what you're gonna do. But fourth and one, how about you line up in a goal line power set under center and sneak it like that? I don't understand how you just okay, we're done with power football. Throw that away. Throw the goal line set away. We don't need that. You always need that. What's going on? That don't make no sense. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Yeah, Hunter Reynolds looks the part. He looks the part, and he also looks. I noticed that too. Yeah, y'all not the only one to notice. I noticed that too. Hunter Reynolds looks like he should have been starting. Rip say I was I was honestly pissed when Rutgers lost. I wanted Harbaugh to walk home. Milton gonna transfer to Florida State. I don't know about Florida State. Florida State got their quarterback now. What's his name? Yeah, I mean, a lot of us were pulling for Joe, but K's just a better quarterback. And now here comes the question: what are they doing in practice? What is going on in practice? And this is what I always say: practice ain't the game. I always say this: practice ain't the game. You have to have under center sets. Like this, if I'm a coach, I want to be prepared for everything and able to maximize on everything. You might be facing a team that just can't handle the I formation or those goal line sets. I might be able to run that as my running game. Then with the play action and everything with it, you always need the I formation and the goal line sets. You always need those. To me, those are sets that you can't just. We don't have that in our playbook. Well, you best go get it. It's like if I'm a defensive coordinator, we're running man. We're doing everything. We're not just doing man blitz and a cover two. No, we're doing man blitz, man cover two deep. We're doing everything. Cover three, cover four. We're doing a lot of different stuff because I want to be prepared for everything. Just like there's a defense for every offensive play to stop every offensive play, there's an offensive play to beat every defense. And I want them all in my playbook. And I want to be able to figure them out and have them there. You got to have these dudes prepared. Preparation is the key. Hit the like, y'all. 45 people in here, y'all can't hit the like. They're free, y'all. It don't cost to hit the like. Yeah, he has to be shredding Don Brown's garbage defense in practice, which is it's just sad. We all know that's what it had to have been. He's just shredding our defense. Like they're so bad. Yeah, I mean, Stevie Brown makes a good point. I mean, we don't want to get too excited. We all know and we've seen O'Corn come in. What was that? 2017 and look good, and then he fell off a cliff. So we don't want to get too excited, but at this point, we need something to get excited for. The way this season is going, like we needed something to get excited for. And honestly, let's just look at what Cade is. He's the all-time leading passer in Nevada high school history. That means this dude can play. You don't get records like that being a scrub. Like you've got all the records for a state. for a whole state, you've got all the records at quarterback. Like that's a big deal. So it's not like he's not a scrub. Appreciate the $2 super chat, Rip. He says, thanks for the live streams. I learned a lot from. I enjoy doing them, bro. I enjoy doing them. Chopping it up with y'all. Don Brown. Y'all on Don Brown head. K threw for 12,000 yards and 140. That's a lot of touchdowns. Man, that's a lot of production. Yeah, I was trying to download that video to put it on my page, but I couldn't, for some reason it wouldn't let me do it. But Cade, I like that. Yeah, I mean, I was on Facebook and some dudes were like, I mean, he's being unrealistic. Like y'all just beat Rutgers barely, but like, why are y'all never happy? The dude is showing moxie. He's showing heart. Like let's win them. Let's win the rest of them. Let's win out. And y'all complaining. What y'all want him to say? Let's lose the rest of them, boys. Let's go out and lose the rest of our games on 2. Like y'all just kill these dudes for anything. Like he's showing leadership, moxie, heart, all of that, and y'all talking about you know, just Rutgers. Let him try to be great. A lot of us we've gotten so down on Michigan and all that we don't want these dudes to be great. These dudes ain't been at Michigan for. He's been at Michigan for 2 years. That history of us being bad and losing, that don't really mean much to him. He like, I can change that. Let's let him feel like he can change that. Let's not try to knock him for saying let's go out here and win and start some momentum for next year. Let him think he can be great, and let's see if he can. It was just Rutgers. Let that man try to be great. He think he the next Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Let's let him do it. $23 Tails, appreciate the $5 super chat. Gaddis works with Cade, look good. So if a coordinator doesn't have a QB that makes him bad, LOL. Some of y'all need to chill. Take Brady from Belichick. Wolf Larson's 85. Appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Cade has the it factor. He does not get rattled. That's what we've needed from day one. And that's the fact. We need that. This team, certain teams need that quarterback to be the leader. This is one of those years because there's no leadership. You don't have any offensive linemen that are upperclassmen. Mayfield's hurt. So the receivers only as good as the quarterback. So receiver can't really be a leader unless he has a quarterback good enough to get it to him and on the same page with him. Offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you need a quarterback or either running back. Our offensive line isn't good enough they're not good enough run blockers. So you get the quarterback and it opens up everything. So we think hopefully it opens up everything for the rest of the year. It was Rutgers, so we have to take it with a grain of salt. We don't know if they were opening up holes just because it was Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? We got to wait and see. But it was good to see some actual holes, and Haskins was running hard. He was running hard, but he wasn't running harder than that backup quarterback they done converted to a running back at Rutgers. That dude is a beast. Number 21. Wow. Ronnie Virgil, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Hassan finally got 25 carries and he ran like a grown man. Hallelujah. Harbaugh finally listening to something. For real. Dependent Fanatic says Cade looks like little Johnny Football. He reminds me of I know this is the older generation. Varsity Blues. Jonathan Moxon, the Mox. We got the Mox back there, y'all. We got a little Moxie. We got the Mox. Jacob, that's all my lunch money. Keep your lunch money, Jacob. keep your lunch money, Jacob. Brett Byer says, I watch old Lloyd Carr teams on YouTube during these years. Those defenses were full of caged animals. Our defense is just so bad. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Cage looked good when he came in last week. He looked good, and this week he just continued. Like some of the stuff he does is very impressive to me as a quarterback. Like it's very impressive. Like the fact that when the blitz came and he got that little dump off to I want to say Eubanks, like it's just the pressure doesn't bother him. Like he doesn't get rattled with the pressure. He just kind of bides his time and gets it there. When there was a blitz coming and he was about to get sacked, he had the wherewithal not to try to sling it out of bounds way in, but to just throw it in the dirt where the receiver and the corner were. He just throws it right in the dirt and defeat. He knows what he's doing. Like savvy quarterbacks do that. A lot of quarterbacks don't have the wherewithal to just throw it into the dirt when there's a receiver or running back in the area. Just throw it in the dirt like that. Like he's got a lot of. You can tell Cade has played a lot of snaps somewhere, and he gets it. Real Dunbar says Joe has a higher upside, but his accuracy and decision making are lacking. That's true. Jay Marion says, I don't see why we let Dwumfor leave. I mean, it wasn't really up to us. he wanted to go play back home, so he left. I think the team wanted Cade in the game. If he starts the year, we are at least 4-1, Wolf Larson says. I mean, that could be true. That's something we'll never know, bro. I honestly, I don't even like thinking about that type of stuff anymore because we can't change it. You know what I mean? Like, we can't change the fact that they started Joe, and now we're all like, because we're not at practice. We can think, okay, Cade will be better or Joe will be better. We're not at practice, so we can have our thoughts, but until we see it in game, then okay, now it's fact. We see what it is, whatever. So Joe, it's like, why isn't Joe in the game? What are they doing? Now it's like, okay, what were y'all seeing at practice for Cade not to be the starter? Like is Joe shredding our defense in practice? He has to be. Everybody's probably shredding our defense. Like they're probably really shredding the defense in it. But this is my thing. What I hate about practice for quarterbacks, and I said this a lot last year. They don't get hit in practice. So when they get touched the play is dead. In the real game, sometimes that's where the play begins. So when you get touched or you're about to get touched, they blow the whistle dead. But a dude like Cade, that's when he gonna show you how great he is. That's when he gonna show you what he really can do. Is when the pressure is on. He makes plays when the pressure is there, and that's huge. Everyone got something to say before they get hit in the mouth. I'm going to wait to see Cade have some struggles first. The offense was in the locker room, so the cheer boys came out and shredded the D real quick. They forced Don Brown to put a safety over the top. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe turns into Vince Young playing for another coach. someone who can actually develop. And that's part of the problem too. We ain't developing anybody really. Like Joe needs more work, but you know, and somebody was saying you last night. Last night I was half asleep when I made that video last night, but talking about I look disappointed that Joe wasn't what we wanted him to be. Yeah, of course. I sat and had a talk with Joe, with Coach Hayes, his high school quarterback and stuff. So when you actually talk to these dudes, and you look them in their eyes. Well, we over video, but look them in their eyes, and have a conversation with them about learning the game, and becoming the starter, putting the work in. Yeah, it comes a little more personal. You want this dude to be great. Anybody that plays for us, I want to be great. So seeing him happy in that interview, putting in that work, and talking about how the game is slowed down for him, and then seeing him on the sideline looking, sad like anybody else would be, trying to be the team dude, but you can tell he's kind of somewhat sad that he's about to lose his job. I'm like, that's messed up. That's messed up. Like, think about it from his perspective. Regardless, you working hard, you trying to be the best, and you just not getting it. You go from the quarterback at Michigan, the starting quarterback at Michigan, to the backup. Like, that means it's a big difference being the starter and the backup. What you say, Hawkins sucks? I don't care for Brad Hawkins at all. Hunter Reynolds looks like he should have been starting, honestly, for real. Like, that dude looks like he should have been starting. Actually goes for picks. Yeah. If Don Brown just wasn't so stubborn and would play too deep more, the defense would get way more turnovers. But he's so boneheaded and stubborn. He'll have Dax Hill on an island, and Dax will be looking bad, getting done in. If you let these safeties play over the top and get a real feel for playing a normal safety position, they would progress. But you make them into hybrid corners, which they aren't, and they don't get to progress as a real safety. Let them dudes play over the top and get free interceptions. When you're playing safety over the top and you somewhat know what you're doing, you get free interceptions. Quarterback will just throw it garbage, and you just waiting on it like, oh, okay, thank you. But this dude's so boneheaded. I got to do man blitz. That's why we don't get turnovers here. That's why year in and year out, we're at the bottom in turnovers. Because he just plays this blitz scheme, and we get him off on third down. There's other ways to have a good defense besides just blitzing and playing man. When you get turnovers, that can change the game too. Ohio State, pick six, Sean Wade ended up being the difference in the game. Turnovers are big. Don Brown, this dude, I can't take him. Like, it's unbelievable to me for me the stuff that he does. Lauren People said, looking at all our QBs outside of Rudock, Peters, and maybe Spade over the Harbaugh era, can it be that he demanded too much from the weak mentality guys, hence why they all look like the same person? This right here goes to Harbaugh Harbaugh, Harbaugh on his quarterbacks, he doesn't want them to make mistakes, so he harps on them a lot about not making mistakes, not trying to be a gunslinger and things like that. And so some quarterbacks, it makes them not play as free as they should. They it's like they hear them in the back of their head all the time. Don't try that. Don't do that. Don't do this. And this goes into Harbaugh as a coach in general. 5 years, Harbaugh usually wears out his welcome. He either leaves or they want him to leave because, well, in the NFL, he wears out his welcome. So honestly, this might be him leaving Michigan might be the natural progression of things because he usually 4, 5, 6 years, and he's on to the next. He hasn't been a long tenured coach somewhere like ever almost. Trill City, you say Sean Wade looking like a genius on a dumb throw. Yeah, he noodle armed that one out there late. Easy pickings. Thank you. Rod Anderson says the backups on defense are better than the starters. Yeah, some of them. I noticed Josh Ross was playing. He was playing a little harder last night. I could definitely tell. Hunter Reynolds looked good. Giles Jackson was out there running hard. But some of the stuff that we got going on, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, what are we doing when you got Ben Van Summer and you done moved him to linebacker. It's one thing to move somebody to linebacker and then you think they doing their thing and you think they're good, but it's hard. You're moving somebody there that hasn't played that position in at least some years, if ever. So they're going to have growing pains regardless of how you think they look in practice. Practice ain't the game. So we saw him out of position a lot of the times and falling for fakes that a real linebacker probably ain't going to find. A linebacker that's been playing it for years is probably not going to fall for. And so you saw him out there like, oh, he just going out there and he just making mistakes because when you play a new position, you're going to have growing pains. And so it just boggles me that we're having to move fullbacks to linebacker and fullbacks to defensive tackle last year and like all this. It's like who's evaluating the talent? Like, you're fired. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Like, yeah, Trill City, that's facts. Trill City says Cage shows us that he is coaching. It's just the players they are playing are not the guys. And that's a lot of it. They putting playing certain dudes for whatever reason. I've heard that it was a lot of butt kissing in the program, and if you kiss Harbaugh and Don Brown's butt, then you're gonna move up the depth chart. Just like last year, Cam McGrone was on the bench. He basically saved the defense last year. He was on the bench. If Ross didn't get hurt, Cam McGrone would probably just now be starting this year. Who knows? They might have. You never know with this staff. They might have started Ben Van Sumeren over Cam McGrone this year if he didn't get to play last year. They don't like a lot of the stuff they do. Like, it's like, where did y'all come from, and how did you get this job? CS, yeah, it seems like Reynolds is better than Hawkins, and that's another one. Like, What is going on that and for because just like last night when I was texting my boy Monk, I'm like, we like Reynolds look good. So I go and while I'm watching the game, I just look up dudes that I haven't seen. So I look it up. This dude's a senior. I'm like, because I'm seeing him out there. I'm like, okay, he looks the part. He's making some plays. Let me see what year he is. We might have some. He's a senior. Like this dude's been on the team for 4 years. I heard Papa San says I heard through the grapevine freshman or sophomore better be better, but they don't let them play more than the upperclassmen. Shea didn't beat out Dylan last year and was made captain. Yeah. Chris Hinton on the bench. That's facts. That's facts, Trail City. They don't know what they're doing with these dudes. And that's why I say, like, Harbaugh, Don Brown, like, it's time to move on, especially Don Brown. Like, they don't know what some of the stuff is just like, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, if I can play an underclassman and he's gonna be almost just as good as the upperclassman, I play the younger. That's how you're supposed to be. Just like was it Penix at Indiana? They started him over I can't think of the quarterback, but they started him over until he got hurt last year. Now that's paying dividends this year. And honestly, I would have rather had the growing pains last year because if we would have put in, let's say you play Dylan or even Joe last year, and they get those growing pains last year, we had a better overall team around them last year. So it's not going to be as bad. This year, you expect them to be able to, okay, he should be able to carry the offense a little more since he's got so many snaps under his belt now. But no, we ride with Shea, and it gets us nowhere, basically. Patrick Ramsey, yeah. They set him down for Penix, and then Penix got hurt, and they put him in. Like, that type of stuff pays dividends. Like, think towards the future. Think ahead, man. Yep. You got to think ahead with these dudes. Like, that seniority. This ain't no after school soccer program where everybody gets a trophy. Come out of the game. Everybody gets to play. This is big time college football. You earn your right to be on the field. Show up, show out, and then you can get on the field and maybe get to the NFL. This ain't, oh, he's been kissing my butt all year. Let me let him play. Yeah, I know he's trash, but he makes me feel good. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know he's trash, but he always opens the door for me. He's such a good guy. What is going on? Play the best man. Like, why do we have to talk about this stuff? We over here talking about dudes kissing butt to get playing time. Upperclassmen. If I got a freshman that comes in and he can play and he's better than an upperclassman, that's a good thing. But these dudes want to leave him on the bench and stuff. Just don't make sense. Like, this stuff don't make sense. Like I like what I see out of Blake Curran. I was saying this in the summer though. I knew he was gonna be able to do some stuff. Dude is on special teams, running as hard as he can. Like effort, just effort, and I'll do whatever you want me to do. Yeah, I'm a running back. It don't matter. I'll run down there as a gunner and lay a hit on him. Like that's what I like to see. Dudes don't care where you put them. They just want to play, and they're going to play hard. Eric Gross says, in our corners, my goodness, I watch so many times where they don't even get their heads around. That is a basic fundamental for corners. Yep. Yep. Josh Ross' natural position is middle linebacker. He plays better there. Brett Hagen says Curran has speed and puts his shoulder down and goes through people. That's a fact. Arnett Mosley says, hey, Johnny, just tune in. That win 24/7. I predict Milton and Charbonnet will transfer. Your thoughts on that? Honestly, I see that go. You're probably right on that. With J.J. McCarthy coming in next year, the prodigal son, I feel like I need some type of music when I say J.J. McCarthy, like or something. That's everybody's little favorite dude in Michigan. But I feel like with him coming, it's only a matter of time. So, and Cade's looking like he maybe will start next year. We'll see about that. But Joe probably will transfer. I don't know. He's about to graduate. Like he's almost done with school. So he'll probably graduate then, see where his options are. And then with Charbonnet, I mean, okay, Chris Evans is gone after this year. Well, Chris Evans could come back, honestly. So we know we got Haskins. We know Curran. Them dudes going to be getting like a thunder and lightning. Like you can see that's what it's going to be. I don't know if Evans is going to be around, but it kind of makes Charbonnet the odd man out. It's just not enough carries. Like honestly, it really don't bother me because him and Haskins are the same kind of dude, and Haskins is a little quicker than he is. But they're the same type of power type of backs. Charbonnet might be a little bit faster, but Haskins looks like he has a better feel for running the ball and he runs harder. And then Curran, he can do some of everything and he runs hard. So right now, all we need is a younger back to wait in the wings because Haskins is what a redshirt junior, and Curran is a true freshman. So we know he's gonna be around for at least 3 years, starting or getting a lot of playing time. So I mean, it is what it is. We got too many backs, and they brought Chris Evans back. They let Chris Evans back, and it just jumbled up the running back room. So I wouldn't be surprised if Joe transfers once he graduates, and then Charbonnet just transfers. Like I wouldn't, because honestly, they're just now understanding how to handle having all these running backs. Unless you have a offensive line that is just manhandling people, having 3 or 4 good backs is useless. They're only useful if you can actually run the ball well. If you can't run the ball well, having 3 and 4 good backs is just a waste. Yeah, we got 3 or 4 good capable backs, but we can't do them. This one got three carries for 5 yards. This one got 5 carries for 10 yards, and this one got 4 carries for -2. Great, yeah. We just wasting. Honestly, we wasting some of these backs until that offensive line gets where we can actually manhandle people. See. People see Bama do this and they think, oh, that's the way to go. Yeah, it's the way to go if you have an offensive line like Bama and you're running it down people's throats. So you get 10, 12 carries, you get 10, 12 carries, and y'all both end up with 200 yards, and then y'all backups end up getting 50 and 60 yards. We got about 350 yards rushing. Then it matters. But this stuff we doing, we just backs. Get you a starter, get you a backup. That's good enough. We don't have the offensive line good enough to be flipping and switching backs. Okay, you in. Oh, no, go out. You in. Corum, Charbonnet, Evans, Haskins. Pick a back and let's go. Haskins, it's so simple. Chris Evans really shouldn't even get any carries. He's a passing game. That's his forte, the passing game. Corum, give him carries inside, outside, and in the passing game. Haskins, you give him the bulk of the carries because he runs the hardest and he has a good feel for the where the holes are going to be, and he makes dudes miss in a phone booth. Same with Charbonnet. Some games that they were giving Chris Evans carries and stuff like that. Why are you giving him carries? You give him the ball in the passing game. Like, so they just now figuring out how to handle these backs. These dudes don't know what they're doing with these players. Like, a lot of this, watching what we do is, a lot of the stuff we do is amateur hour. How many of y'all feel like when y'all watch us, you feel like you could be like you could coach on the college level? Like, watching us has us thinking like, I could have called a better game than that. Like, I could have called a better play than that for sure. That fourth down play is getting worn and wore out. Like, what are y'all doing on fourth down with this shotgun, QB draw, QB dive, lead? Throw that away. Why don't we have an I formation, y'all? Will somebody explain what happened to the I? What happened to goal line? You need these sets. Why are we throwing away football plays that for every playbook has from the beginning of time? We don't have goal line, and you wonder why our fourth and ones don't work, because we're in shotgun every time. Your offensive line can't block that well anyway, so why are you in a spread set? It's just dumb. This is my point. This is Dre Willis. This is my point. He says, when you're in shotgun a lot, you risk fumbling when you go under center. You know how to stop that? You practice going under center. It ain't hard to figure out. That's an excuse, and that's why we lose. Because, well, when you switch, I don't see Ohio State having a problem. I don't see teams that dominate having a problem going from shotgun to under center. I don't see Bama having a problem, Clemson. I don't see OSU. But we make excuses. Well, when you do that, you'll fumble. Not if you practice it enough. Like, come on, y'all. If you practice it, it's not a problem. Come on, y'all. Come on. Don't believe that whatever y'all be getting at. Don't believe that stuff. You practice it. That's just funny to me, y'all. Come on. When you practice stuff, you're prepared for it. You keep practicing it. You have to have goal line in the Big Ten. I don't know what conference people think we're in. We're in the Big Ten. You need goal line sets. Your biggest rival got them. Your biggest rival will run the spread all day, but they will line up and run it down your throat out of a power running set. from 40, 50 years ago. You need that in the playbook still. What are we only practicing a couple plays? Come on. I want to hear you can't do that when I see Ohio State doing it for years on end. Since they implemented the spread, they still had power running sets. They still had goal line. They still had the I formation. Come on, y'all. Shea was fumbling out of the shotgun. Shea was fumbling out of shotgun. For real, bro. Like we gotta stop making excuses for them this amateur hour stuff we be watching. Like you can't make excuses for stuff when we see Ohio State doing the stuff. So why is it a problem for us when we can't play out of the shotgun and then get under center? Oh, we might fumble it. But they doing it all the time, running it down our throat. Players doing Superman and all this stuff on our head. It sure ain't a problem for them to get under center. Because they practice it. Why would it whatever creates an advantage for your team and gives them the best chance to win, I need it in my playbook and I'm going to practice it and execute it? You mean actually executing? Yes, execution. I'm not numb to just basic football stuff, like, bro. We got to get out of that mindset, man. Let's see. Let me see what what did he say? I need to see. Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave. I see why you timed him out, Trail City. Come on, Dave. We gave up 42 to Rutgers. Rutgers had 380 passing yards. It's over for Don Brown. It's like this year somebody done wrote up all the weaknesses of Don Brown's defense and just sent it to everybody in the Big Ten. It's like, all right, we tired of him. Here, this is every weakness in his game plan. Here, send it to everybody. Send it to Purdue. Send it to Minnesota. Send it to Michigan State. Hey, Iowa. Did y'all get the Hey, Iowa? Did y'all get this game plan on how to destroy Don Brown? No. So, all right, here. We gonna send it. I'm sending it to you now. Come on. That man is getting destroyed, bro. It's over for him. Like he used to get away with it. If he has a lot of talent, he can get away with it on less talented teams. But this year, we're not just at the bottom of the barrel with talent, honestly. It's just everybody has exposed that they know exactly how to stop, what to do on this dude. Whether it's the blitz, they know when he's going to blitz, so they have plays prepared for it. Like, teams are just showing they know exactly what he's going to do. And you could get away with that if you're at a team that's got full of 5 stars and everything like that. But you can't get away with that right now. Like you can't get away with the opponent knowing you inside and out. And that's just the problem. Like, they know him inside and out. And A lot of the dudes just don't look like they're prepared, like they don't know what they're doing, especially against a well-coached team that the defense looks horrible. Like against Wisconsin could have scored 100 on us because we just look like we don't know what we're doing. We're just not prepared. Like we don't look prepared when we played. And am I the only one that when I was watching us play Rutgers quarterback seemed like he has a noodle arm. Like for him to throw deep, he has to really wind up. And his short throws, they hang up there. I was just like, seem like somebody should be jumping one of these. Yeah, Ronnie Virgil, he can't even beat bad teams. It's over for him. He's been exposed like on another level. Like he's been exposed. Like everybody knows how to beat his defenses now. Like the book is out on him. Like it's out, and they passing it around. And they ain't passing it around. They just doing their homework. See, when you watch us play, it looked like we don't do our homework on a lot of these teams. But they know Don Brown's defense inside and out. They know when he's going to blitz. They know he only runs cover 2. They know when he's in it. They dial up the right plays to expose him when he's blitzing. Like, he's just getting turned up. Don Brown running man as usual. Defense getting torched as usual. He won't stop blitzing. He doing too much. Final record, I don't know, bro. Who we got left? Penn State. Penn State is beatable. They're bad. Penn State is beatable. Maryland, I almost don't want to watch us play Maryland with Tua Louis back there. A real runner, a real thrower. I don't want to watch that one. But let's see what we got. So we got Penn State, Maryland, and then OSU. Maybe one more game. Maybe. We might be. Penn State and Maryland might be beatable if Cade continues to play like this and hopefully gets better. It all depends on the quarterback. On the quarterback play and the play calling. But maybe we might be able to get 2 more games, maybe. We could be 2-7 or 4-4. Because OSU is question. So we just saw Indiana. What did they lose? 35-42. You see, and this is what I've been trying to say. If you have a defense that can somehow just stop them and get off the field and keep them from scoring 60 and high 50s, if your offense can somewhat keep up, you can have a chance. But when you give up 60 against them and 55, you don't have a chance because their defense is gonna make some plays. You don't see. We're going to probably give up 60 to them. We don't have – if Don Brown can't keep them out of the high 50s, we don't have a chance to beat them. The margin for error is just too small. But Indiana, honestly, and this is what's crazy, Indiana shot themselves in the foot a lot in that game. On 4th down, Freifogel just drops the ball and falls down wide open. I don't know what was up with him. He did that a couple times, just dropped the ball. Yeah. For us to win, Cade gonna have to put up 70 against Ohio State. Good luck with that. But hey, this was good, but this is a problem. Indiana, they quarterback threw for like 500 something yards. Now, if you're not thinking, you say, "Oh, okay, that gives us hope. That gives the Michigan quarterback hope." Okay, yeah, but it also lets them know their weakness so they can try to mask it, so they can give their secondary help in any type of way. So when another team exposes a team you have to play in some weeks, smart coaches try to adjust to make up for that weakness. See, we just gonna we know our weaknesses, and Don Brown, he don't care. I don't know what to do. Blitz. I guess I can blitz. I mean, what else? What am I thinking? Of course I'm gonna blitz. I'm gonna blitz and run man. Dang, they still getting beat. Let me try another man blitz. I mean, what cover two? Okay, basic cover two. That I only run man blitz and cover two. So you know it's cover two. Let's go. Huh. He just torched my cover two. Disguise the cover two as a man. Yeah, got him now. Yeah. He saw that? Play too deep. Play too deep. All right, play too deep. Too deep coverage. Dax Hill picked it. Damn it. Now they're going to expect me to run too deep more often. Damn it. That's why I didn't want to do that. I don't like running that. We can't even get close to him. That's sad. Exactly. Everybody can beat Don Brown, bro. Everybody can beat him. It's not a secret. It's just sad. When we play OSU, if they decide to just run Teague, we gonna get exposed for real. They gonna take our heart. See, when you play a team like Ohio State, it's pick your poison. Honestly, this year's Ohio State team, I'm gonna try to make them want to run the ball. I don't want Fields and all these receivers getting quick touchdowns. I want them because most of their backs aren't gonna. They can take it 60 or 70, but that's not their forte. So I'm gonna want them to run the ball and hopefully stop them and keep them in fourth and one, or third and fours, third and threes, and hopefully get the stop. You know what I mean? I don't want Fields to have the ball. I want them to try to run the ball. You don't want Olave and all these dudes catching long touchdown passes, freaking our dudes. They in the end zone dancing and doing all this popping. We don't want that. So I would try to put more dudes in the secondary, force them to run the ball, and that as they give you a better chance. Everybody scores 30 on Penn State. Brett says previous years opposing quarterbacks couldn't hit the deep routes when they was some separation. Now they are, and the lack of DB fundamentals are now being exposed. Yeah, we're exposed, and the Big Ten has got some better quarterbacks, from Tuilui to Penix. You got Clifford. We know he'll hit it. I don't know if he's going to start next week or what, but dudes are hitting. When they see a wide open dude, they hitting them now. You know what I'm saying? Putting it on the money. Bro, I don't want them to bring the coaches back. Rock Davis. It's not likely we're gonna win out anyway, though, bro. It's just not likely. The play calling has been poor with Joe. They didn't help him out. He didn't catch too many breaks. Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, last week, he hits Eubanks in the chest and the ball is picked. That's not his fault. But then he comes back, and so it's bad. It started off bad, and it never got better last week for him. This week, he throws a strike, and it's fumbled. So it's like a here we go again type of thing. And so it's like he's never gotten his confidence in either one of these games. And so that just hurts him because he's still trying to find his way as a quarterback. Like it's almost like he don't trust himself all the way. Like it's a snowball effect, it seems like. Like Cade has that confidence. Like, I know I'm good. Yeah, okay. Blitz is coming. Okay, I know he's